Under the relentless Mesopotamian sun, a vibrant marketplace in Tikrit teems with life. A sense of anticipation hangs in the air, palpable amidst the calls of vendors and the shuffle of feet. Ayyub tenderly guides his heavily pregnant wife through the dense throng, his eyes filled with concern and love. She moves with a quiet grace, her swollen belly a testament to the life she carries. Unbeknownst to the bustling crowd, this young Kurdish woman is Saladin's mother, a woman of immense destiny. A subtle shift in the light seems to spotlight her briefly, hinting at the greatness that will spring from her womb. In the dimly lit house, a newborn's cries pierce the night, announcing the arrival of Yusuf. Ayyub, his face illuminated by candlelight, cradles his son, Yusuf, his heart overflowing with paternal love. The flickering candlelight dances across Ayyub's face, casting long shadows as he gazes at his son. With a gentle bow, Ayyub whispers a heartfelt prayer, his words a tender wish for Yusuf's future righteousness. The profound importance of faith fills the room, shaping the destiny of the child who will be known as Saladin. Under the relentless sun of Mosul, a young Saladin observes the approaching spectacle, his face a mixture of awe and dawning understanding. Dust devils dance across the parched earth, heralding the arrival of Imad ad-Din Zengi and his formidable army. Zengi, a figure of imposing strength, leads his troops with an iron fist, his presence commanding and absolute. The ground trembles under the march of countless soldiers, their disciplined ranks a testament to Zengi's power. Saladin's eyes reflect the burning ambition and steely resolve of Zengi, a powerful lesson etched into his young mind. This early glimpse of military might shape Saladin's destiny, planting the seeds of leadership and strategic brilliance within him. Inside Nur ad-Din's court, Aleppo pulses with life as courtiers whisper and scribes rush about, each absorbed in their duties. Amidst the throng, petitioners fervently plead their cases, their voices rising and falling in the vast hall. Saladin, a young man with keen eyes, observes the unfolding drama, his gaze sharp and assessing. Partially hidden by a pillar, he watches Nur ad-Din preside over a heated dispute between two merchants. The air crackles with political intrigue, a silent, invaluable lesson in diplomacy unfolding before Saladin. Under the relentless Egyptian sun, Saladin, a young commander, rides beside his uncle, Shirkuh, leading a formidable army across the border. The arid landscape stretches endlessly, the air shimmering with heat and the promise of an unknown future. Sanctioned by Nur ad-Din, this military expedition steps onto the stage of the Fatimid Caliphate's intricate power struggles. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air as Saladin embarks on his first venture into Egypt, the scent of the unknown filling his senses. Within the Fatimid Palace, Cairo, the air hangs heavy with incense and ambition as Shirkuh is elevated to Vizier of Egypt. Saladin observes the ceremony, his gaze intense as he absorbs the complex power dynamics of Egyptian politics. The precarious political landscape of Egypt is underscored by the opulent surroundings and hushed whispers of courtiers. Each gesture, each glance, weaves a web of alliances and rivalries in this pivotal moment of ascension. Within the opulent Fatimid palace, a sudden hush falls as Shirkuh collapses, his life extinguished in an instant. A palpable sense of shock ripples through the assembled courtiers, their faces etched with disbelief and uncertainty. Amidst the stunned silence, whispers erupt as the name of Saladin is spoken, an unexpected contender for power. A collective gasp sweeps through the palace as Saladin is declared the new vizier, a twist of fate that defies expectation. Saladin steps forward, his gaze resolute, the weight of his newfound authority settling upon his shoulders. The palace buzzes with intrigue and anticipation, the stage now set for Saladin's ascent, his destiny intertwined with the fate of Cairo. In his Cairo office, Saladin, the weight of leadership etched on his face, pores over scrolls under the dim glow of oil lamps. The scent of incense mixes with the dry aroma of papyrus as Saladin gestures, his brow furrowed in deep thought, addressing a stoic Mameluke officer. Shadows dance across the opulent furnishings, highlighting the tension in the room as Saladin's gaze sweeps over a map of the region. The weight of the world seems to settle upon Saladin's shoulders as he rises, a silent testament to the burdens he carries. Sunlight pierces through the lattice windows of the Cairo mosque, bathing the faces of the faithful in golden light. Saladin stands before the congregation, a figure of strength and unwavering resolve. His voice echoes through the sacred space, declaring the end of the Shia Fatimid Caliphate. A wave of whispers sweeps through the crowd as Saladin proclaims allegiance to the Abbasid Caliph in Baghdad. The air vibrates with the weight of history as Saladin's words solidify his power and reshape Egypt's destiny. In Damascus, the sun beats down on the city as news spreads. Nur ad-Din is dead. A shadow falls over the city. Uncertainty grips the hearts of the people. From the depths of mourning emerges Saladin, declaring himself the defender of Sunni Islam. His words echo through the city, a promise of unity and strength in a fractured world. Saladin's quest begins, a beacon of hope igniting in the hearts of the faithful. His eyes set on unifying the Muslim world. Under the relentless Levantine sun, Saladin, a figure of immense presence, surveys the chaotic battlefield. His gleaming armor reflects the harsh light as he commands his troops with sharp, decisive gestures. The clash of steel resonates through the air as Saladin's forces engage in fierce combat, their movements precise. Every maneuver reveals Saladin's strategic brilliance, turning the tide of battle with calculated precision. A master of warfare, Saladin inspires unwavering loyalty, his presence a beacon amidst the carnage. Inside Saladin's war tent, candlelight flickers, casting shadows on richly decorated carpets and ornate weaponry. Saladin, regal and authoritative, sits at a low table, surrounded by representatives from fractured Muslim factions. He gestures with open hands, balancing firmness and conciliation. As maps display strategic points and territorial claims, Saladin masterfully employs diplomacy, weaving a tapestry of alliances to unite the fractured Muslim world. The narration whispers, highlighting the strategic unions. Strategic marriage alliances are proposed and debated, each a calculated move in Saladin's grand strategy. The narration continues, emphasizing the depth of his planning. The air hangs thick with incense, underscoring Saladin's exceptional diplomatic skills, the cornerstone of his campaign to unite the Muslim factions. As the narration concludes, beneath the scorching Levantine sun, Reynald of Chatillon and his men descend upon an unsuspecting Muslim caravan. Steel flashes as swords are drawn, the brutal attack shattering the fragile truce. Plumes of dust billow as the caravan is ransacked, a scene of chaos and cruelty unfolding. This act of treachery provides Saladin with the casus belli for jihad. A somber voice narrates, sealing the fate of the land. In the distance, Saladin's voice echoes with chilling resolve. Revenge will be swift, and it will be absolute. The seeds of war are sown amidst the carnage, promising a storm of vengeance. Under the scorching sun, the plains of Hattin bake, the air shimmering with oppressive heat. Saladin's forces tighten their grip, a noose around the Crusader army trapped on the barren, waterless plateau. Exhaustion etches deep lines on the Crusaders' faces, their bodies weakened by thirst. A desperate resolve flickers in their eyes as they brace themselves, knowing this battle will decide their fate. The sun glints off the Crusaders' armor as they prepare for what could be their last stand. The stage is set for Saladin's monumental triumph, the plains echoing with the silence before the storm. Under the harsh daylight, Saladin's figure towers over the captive King Guy and Reynald of Chatillon, his presence commanding and absolute. He extends a hand towards King Guy, a gesture of understanding amidst the aftermath of battle. But, as his gaze shifts to Reynald, Saladin's face hardens with a cold, righteous fury. With swift, merciless resolve, Saladin draws his scimitar, the sun glinting off the polished steel as he personally beheads Reynald, a stark declaration of justice. Under the harsh sun of Jerusalem in September 1187, Saladin's forces lay siege, a vast army arrayed against the defiant city. Jerusalem stands scarred and heavily defended, its ancient walls bearing witness to countless conflicts. Catapults launch massive stones, each impact shaking the city's foundations as the relentless assault intensifies. Archers fill the sky with a deadly rain of arrows, their flight a dark cloud against the bright day. Smoke billows, the air thick with the sounds of war, setting the stage for Jerusalem's impending recapture. Under the bright Jerusalem sun, Saladin, in regal attire, approaches the city gates atop a majestic white steed, his banner proclaiming victory. His face, etched with triumph and solemnity, gazes upon the conquered city, a conqueror's mixed emotions swirling within him. With a gesture, Saladin halts his guards, a silent command echoing his intent to enter Jerusalem with measured grace. Dismounting, he walks with purposeful strides into the heart of Jerusalem, a guardian rather than a destroyer. Saladin enters Jerusalem not as a destroyer, but as a guardian, the narration declares, a testament to his remarkable chivalry. Sunlight pierces through the high windows of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, casting an ethereal glow upon the ancient stones. Saladin emerges from the inner sanctum, his regal bearing commanding respect in the sacred space. He pauses, his gaze sweeping over the church with a quiet strength, absorbing the spiritual weight of the place. With a subtle gesture to his aides, Saladin signals his departure, leaving behind a powerful testament to tolerance. Under the relentless glare of the sun, the siege of Acre rages with unyielding intensity. Crusaders, driven by Richard the Lionheart's command, press their assault against the formidable city walls. The clash of steel and the roar of siege engines fill the air as both sides fight with unmatched ferocity. Saladin's forces, valiant but strained, struggle to shatter the iron grip of the besiegers. Days turn into weeks, and the city, once a bastion of strength, begins to show the scars of relentless warfare. Acre succumbs to the siege, its fall marking a bitter defeat for Saladin and a triumph for the Crusaders. Under the scorching sun, dust and sand whip across the Battle of Arsuf, where the armies of Saladin and Richard the Lionheart collide. The air vibrates with the deafening clash of steel, a brutal symphony conducted by the chaos of war. Richard, a towering figure in shining armor, cleaves through enemy ranks with merciless efficiency, his strength unmatched. With keen eyes, Saladin observes the unfolding carnage, strategically maneuvering his troops in a deadly dance of power and precision. Inside Saladin's tent, candlelight flickers across maps and documents, casting long, dancing shadows on the regal figure. A messenger arrives, his hurried footsteps breaking the silence with urgent news that darkens Saladin's brow. Saladin's face hardens with resolve as he processes the dire report. With a decisive gesture, he summons his personal physician, his eyes reflecting a deep concern. An unexpected order cuts through the tension. Fresh fruit is to be gathered, a touch of luxury amidst the strategy. Snow, brought down from the mountains, cools the fruit, a gesture of chivalry amidst the looming conflict. As the narration states, Saladin's actions are not merely strategic. They are an embodiment of chivalry, a demonstration of respect for his adversary, Richard the Lionheart. Under the relentless sun of Jaffa, Saladin and Richard the Lionheart clasp hands, a fragile truce sealing their bitter conflict. A profound hush descends upon the massed armies, a moment suspended in time as the Treaty of Jaffa is declared. The words of the treaty echo across the sands, promising Christian pilgrims safe passage to the sacred city of Jerusalem. A collective sigh sweeps through the ranks, a mixture of relief and resignation etched on the faces of soldiers. The Third Crusade draws to a close, its legacy marked not by conquest, but by a hard-won, tenuous peace in the ancient land. In Damascus, Saladin's opulent chambers are now a prison of failing health. The lion of the desert lies weakened, his once mighty frame trembling under the grip of fever. His brow glistens with sweat, each shallow breath a monumental struggle against encroaching death. The air hangs heavy with the scent of incense and impending doom. Shadows lengthen across the room, mirroring the fading light in Saladin's eyes. A legend's imminent demise casts a pall over the chamber, silencing even the bustling city outside. In the dimly lit chambers, Saladin lies on his deathbed, his breathing shallow and labored, the flickering candles casting long shadows. His face is gaunt, yet a flicker of his former fire remains in his eyes. A hush falls over the room as Saladin takes his last breath. He dies, and a wave of sorrow washes over those present. The news of his death will soon spread, triggering widespread mourning throughout the Islamic world, marking the end of Saladin's life. Damascus sprawls under the sun, an ancient city whispering tales of centuries past. In the foreground, Saladin's tomb stands as a silent sentinel, a monument to a storied past. A voice echoes across the ages, resonating with the weight of history. Saladin's enduring legacy as a unifier, liberator, and paragon of chivalry, the narration proclaims, sealing his immortal mark.